how Lord of the Rings used forced perspective shots of the moving camera. So, like, the hobbits in the Lord of the Rings movies, they didn't use any computer graphics for that. They used physical effects. Yeah, I've shown this before, but, like, it's been, like, a year ago. Like, hold on.
What we've done with some of our forced perspective shots is be able to move the camera for the first time. That there were always techniques that required the camera to be locked off, because once you started to move the camera, it would give away the illusion of one person being further away when you're really wanting them to look like they're side by side.
In order to get the camera alive, we started thinking about ways of using motion control in order to doing what we call moving forced perspective shots, using slave motion control bases.
You do a motion control move where you have the one actor on a moving platform. So when the camera moves, you're doing your moves all relative. So you're literally sliding the guy along on the floor as your motion control move motion control camera is moving along.
You have the camera on a motion control dolly, making it move in and out or side to side. But you have another smaller dolly that's electronically hooked to it and does the exact same motion, but sort of in a counter movement. But every time you move one way on one dolly, the other one immediately responds.
When you're actually viewing it, you're basically doing a split, and if you're doing a move around, when you do this split, it looks like they're moving in sync with each other, and it's because you're moving the two guys around relative to this moving camera.
In the shot where
Get ready for
Frodo
it.
is pouring tea for Gandalf at a table, and the camera kind of crabs past from one side of the table to the other side. And in that instance, Ian McKellen was actually sitting on a dolly that was actually moving him slightly on a small-scale table with small-scale props. And it was not too far from a full-size table, a Frodo-size table with larger Frodo-size props.
I've got a look there.
For when he's standing?
Yeah, but I don't, and I got a look there for when Elijah's sitting. What I don't have is a look when he's crouching, which is the beginning of the shot.
Okay, we can give you that. We can go back to number ones and make sure that you've got that.
Through camera, at one end of the move, everything lines up. When you move to the other end of the track, everything still lines up because that smaller table and Ian McKellen on that other dolly has moved slightly.
It's kind of fun to actually build these things and see them in camera. You know, it's wonderful.
Look at that scene. This is real. This was just captured with a camera. They didn't have to do any CG for this. There are two dollies, the camera and the one rotating the other end of the desk, to make it look as though they're closer than they are, but it's actually smaller miniature stuff back here, and he's way further back than it looks like he should be.
It's fun to actually just, get...
Look at how cohesive the desk looks. We're looking at it. It looks seamless from here.
Daly's back and the shot's done.
It worked pretty seamlessly, and everyone was really amazed with the results.
Ridiculous. I can't... yeah. I don't know. Just... yeah, and it cost less to make than The Hobbit, you know? It's just... surely there was some touch-up. Oh, I'm sure there was touch-up. I'm just saying that... Guys, I'm telling you. Watch the original series back again. Go watch the original Lord of the Rings again, okay? You will never question the height of the hobbits relative to everyone else. It will not happen. There is not a scene in that movie where you will go like, they shrunk the Hobbit, you know, like, they edited, you know. The whole trilogy, you can watch it through, and yeah, it's so good. There are good reasons. I'm okay with CGI. I just don't think CGI should be used as a crutch to avoid doing other, like pieces of the filmmaking art, you know? Look, the reason we were talking about this is because I was just saying big CGI monster men can't really emote. And I think if you want any, like, proof of that, I think you just have to go to this guy. This guy exists in, like, every modern fucking superhero movie. This guy. From Avengers Infinity War, one of the children of Thanos. And, like, nobody cares. Who knows this guy? Did he have any, like, pop-off acting moments? No, he didn't, because he's not acting. He's CGI. All anyone ever did was make fun of this guy. For all... Ebony Maw, thank you. For all of the, like, mastery of CGI that went into creating and animating him, like, we're humans. We want to see humans acting. It's a real-life movie with real-life actors. I want to see acting from actors, you know. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Mad Max Fury Road is so good. Heavy use of practical effects. Okay, well, this is cheating. Everyone knows about the Scorpion King looking like shit. That's cheating. We all know about this one. We all. Ebony Maw is not known for his range of emotions, to be fair. Yeah, but like, haven't you guys seen movies before where there's a character in the movie who's not very emotionally, like there's not a lot of emotional range, but there's still a really memorable character? The Matrix has both Morpheus and Neo, who are both really, really Though, to be fair, you could argue that Neo wasn't super well acted. I guess you could say the performance there was memorable from Reeves. Morbius? Yeah, Morbius, exactly. Yeah. And plus the monsters, yeah, the monsters in Lord of the Rings were the Uruk-hai. Yeah, they were just dudes in makeup, yeah. I'm gonna morb. I'm morbin'. It's worth pointing out 90% of shit CGI is the fault of the execs who don't know shit about fire. Oh, guys, just to be clear, none of this is anti-CGI artist, okay? Do you know why all these movies rely on CGI? Because lazy fucking directors being ordered by lazy fucking producers know that everything's way simpler when they just get the big budget actors with $10 million like contracts, you know, in the movie, get their shits like shot on the soundstage, get the extra footage, then just throw it to the CG guys to work with. Like, whatever, fix it in post, you know? Actors cost so much money and it's so expensive to keep them there, and like it's so, and also there's no union for CGI artists, but there is a union for like everything else in film. So all the stuff for Lord of the Rings that they did with like construction, set design, those are union boys and they get paid well. But my dad's job, those guys don't have a union, the visual effects union, even though they've been fighting for it for decades. So when they want to do any CGI stuff, they basically just like outsource it to a bunch of dudes in Vancouver, because Canada has like this massive, they do a lot of CG work up there and they all get paid like dirt cheap, and then it gets brought down to the studios. So as always, it's capitalism. Why are they the only ones not in a union? My guess is probably because it's a relatively new department. Light, sound, set design, construction, visual effects, practical effects, these have been around for over a century. Computer-generated effects is newer, you know, so I'm guessing that, so to put it another way, all the other departments that do have unions were around for America's union boom in like the 30s to 50s, but CGI came after Reagan. There you go. Yeah, that's the CGI only started to exist like functionally after the unions died in America, so that's why there's no union. Just, yeah. They didn't die, they were killed. Yeah. We gotta do politics. Art is politics.